Hey, how's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a splendid day. I don't know why I'm singing, by the way. Apparently, that's just the mood I'm in, but which is good. I'm in a good mood. I'm really excited to talk about our topic today, which is an FAQ that I get a lot. And I know that answering and kind of unpacking this a little bit more with you will be of benefit. So, without too much further ado, I will just have us jump and dive right in. I like this. Um, that FAQ or that question that I hear all the time is I really struggle what to post. So, what is it I need to post on social media to help grow my business? And this is a loaded question because there's really no like exact answer. It really depends because a lot of our social media success is driven by our audience. And without knowing who that is or how engaged they are, there's really a lot of question marks for even for myself around this. But I do know that there are some things you can do that can really help and engage your audience and therefore organically grow your page. I know this not only because I've seen it for myself, but we've also executed this plan on our clients over the years. And it's really been really reinforced even in the markets around us and even like bigger influencers. You talk about like social media always has um, this connotation of like you got to sell, like small businesses, you can use social media, it's free or it's cheap, you can run ads, you can do all these things with it. So but a lot of people, if they don't know their audience or they don't even really fully understand what I call their brand personality, then they really have this struggle and it's hard to help someone who doesn't really know who you are. So what I like to do, and this resource is actually on my website as well. If you just go to ladybco.com/resources, you will have access to this too. So just to note that. But there's what I call the Be Social pillars. And to be social, obviously, is important for all small business owners, especially in times like right now, where social media can really be a great, just a catapult into some business transactions, but also just business relationship building. One of the biggest things that happened when the pandemic first hit way back in March is I had clients just flocking over and me like, what do I do? Like, I need to talk to my people. I need to like connect with them. I need to let them know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And we were just for 4 solid weeks, all in reactive mode of getting client communication out. It was emails on social media. We did some press releases. We did some website pages we threw up to make sure that everybody was aware what was happening in their business and how they were, utilizing, the cleanliness and all those things. And that is really what social can thrive and help you do and help them connect with their audience fast, right? Fast. We were like throwing web pages up in like 2 days. We were driving people from social to the web pages. We were utilizing social media to communicate every single day as things were changing, how their business was able to either stay open or how their business was changing, right? So my whole point of bringing that up is like it can be really quick, right? Really, really quick. So, how do we take this ability of quickness and of constant ability to communicate and build relationships and maximize that for your business? Well, understanding your brand personality is a really, really big part because that is where and how you're going to attract and draw in the right audience. So this is where we talk about the pillars. I'm just going to verbally walk through this. Usually I've got a whiteboard and like we draw it all up and if you, some of you have probably seen me do that. It's a lot of fun. This is a big aha for a lot of small businesses in particular who are still kind of struggling with like, who am I kind of question, right? Especially now when things have changed. Maybe you have a brick and mortar where things were rocking and rolling the way that you had them, had it set up. And now we've had to pivot. Now we've had to change. Now our audience potentially can pivot to and change or grow, right? It can grow into this new set of customers and clients that we never even thought through, which is a good thing, by the way. Before, this is a great way to kind of grow and develop in that way too. So here's what the brand personality is. It's developing the brand personality through the Be Social pillars. And there's 5 pillars to your personality. And it was so funny. Years ago now, I've been listening to This gal, I've been in her membership group for, I think, 3 years, almost going on 4 years now. Love her content, love her spunk. She was talking years ago now about if she only had to post on social about her business, she wouldn't be in business. This is a woman who has built multiple seven-figure businesses, still I think has several businesses right now that she's building there or has built, and they're in the seven figures again. This is someone who has seen massive success, and she's sitting there saying to us, her people, that she would not want to do her business if all she had to do, or if all she was doing was posting on social about her business. So this is a big aha moment for a lot of people, especially people who really have it still ingrained in them that social media is supposed to drive sales, supposed to drive conversion, supposed to drive business, bring in money. No, social media in its core is designed to develop relationships. And those relationships can turn into sales. Those relationships can turn into new clients or referrals or lots of other indirect ways that bring dollars to your business. But it is not the number one goal. If you think about social media, people that you follow, especially Instagram, but even Facebook, like what was the reason you clicked a like on their page? More times than not, if you're really being honest with yourself, it is not because you saw some great promo that you took advantage of. A lot of times it's going to be a story that you read that you connected with. And you were like, hey, I want more of that in my life. I'm going to like her page. I always kind of go back to women, especially. I follow other women who are moms or who are entrepreneurs, authors, business owners, women who are doing what they want to do, or women who are connected with other women, other moms connect with other moms, like listening or watching, I should say, listening to, honestly, or watching a journey through a woman's pregnancy is really, really fun. We get to, anyone who's a mom who's been pregnant and has all the stuff that goes with pregnancy, the good and the bad, or kind of the uncomfortable, can relate to that and can have those giggles and understand the toddler years, but then also appreciate this precious baby. But same with an entrepreneur or business owner who has had the early challenges, who now has a level of success that I want, or she or he wants, and to watch their journey to that success. I mean, there's so much. That's what we connect with on social. So when we think about personality, the mom with the baby who may have a business, one of her pillars is family. One of my pillars is family. There's these 5 pillars, not 10, 5 pillars that we can develop as our kind of our foundation for our brand, right? Because we don't want to build just a business. I don't anyway. I want to build a brand. Lady B is a brand. It is a brand all about supporting women in business and giving them a leg up, and especially their social media content, while bringing together a community of women, like-minded women that to build each other up. That's what bees do, right? These are continuously working together, and they pollinate and they help all things to grow. This is like the beauty of this journey that we're about to embark on with Lady B. It's going to be just amazing to see and meet women from across the nation. I'm so excited for where we're taking this. But think about the pillars for your business. So one is always, of course, going to be your business. It's going to be what you're promoting, selling if you have an online store or brick and mortar store. Anything of that nature. Obviously, again, promos. This can be where you showcase your team or different things that you as a business or yourself are doing in the community on behalf of the business, whether that's a volunteer, whether that's just a shout out, an employee shout out, that kind of stuff all falls under business. Anything related to the business from a sales and dollars, exchange of dollars perspective, that's all well and good, right? But there's 4 other pillars that are not your business. So you can have family in there. You could have things like health and wellness is one of mine. You can have things like personal development, which is one of mine. You can have things like cooking, which is one of mine. Faith, which is kind of a leg off of one of mine too, but faith in your business and faith in your life. Family and faith kind of go together for me. And you could have anything well, not hiking. Hiking kind of falls under health and wellness. You could have, well, there's some good examples like volunteerism. If so, one of the things we did do for one of my companies is they had a really heavy emphasis in their business about volunteering with amongst their whole team and whole staff. And because that was such a big component, we actually broke that off into its own pillar and built that out to be its own. But those are just some examples for you to use and to share. I, uh, I mean, there's silly ones. Like you could have just coffee. If you really want to post about a certain like love of your life, that's coffee, like do coffee, or like certain things that you can bring into this connection or this relationship that you're growing, becoming relatable to them. That's all up for grabs. So you get to decide what your pillars are at any given time. And honestly, your pillars over time can change. And that's okay too. As your business evolves and grows, your pillars are allowed to change too. After you've decided which are your 5 pillars, however, then comes the real work, right? So we take the pillars, for example, we'll pick on health and wellness right now because I'm in my running gear. Yay. About to go and enjoy some nice weather. Take one of your pillars, and then underneath that on your sheet, there's a bunch of lines. Okay. And you can add, there's more you can add. I would recommend adding if you have more to add. But then health and wellness, for example, could be, sharing when you do yoga or go for a run or any of your workouts that you do. Like for me, I'm going to start training for my, not again, but like a race this March. So I will start sharing that journey a little bit more on social media. It can be smoothies that you're drinking, things that you're reading or taking in. I'm all about having a healthy mind, body, and business. I think that the 3 really go together. I don't think that you can go home and not take care of yourself and still have a healthy business. So that's one of the things that I really, really strive on and thrive to do for my business. But I also take time to have moments and days where you just kind of have a self-care moment. And that's good too. This all falls into health and wellness. But then you just start putting these things down. Again, books you're reading, which actually for me it depends on, falls into personal development and the health and wellness, healthy recipes you're cooking for dinner, anything like that you would want to bring into this component. Personal development, same thing, books, podcasts, things like that your blogs that you're reading, things that just kind of fuel your brain and full of good things. Those all fall under those subcategories underneath your brand personality. And then the beauty of what this is, once this worksheet is all filled out, you've got a ton of social media content ideas. So now all you have to do is go find the podcast, go listen to some podcasts, see what you're thinking about, or maybe you're already listening to them. And you're like, oh, I never thought about sharing this with my audience, but maybe they would find benefit from this too. For me, How I Built This is one of the most amazing podcasts I've ever, they have so many good ones in there. And that's a really, really great one. Every now and then I throw one of those out there. And songs that fire you up and get you all in state and get you, working like you're ready to rock and roll, right? It's just all these things that could really, really inspire and help your audience. But also in the midst of all of that, sharing your brand story. So sharing about you and your heart and your story and how that could impact. It can so impact so many people if you just it's a little bit more vulnerable. It's a little bit more, for some people, I'm going to say scary, but it's going to really, really serve others. I know it will in your business and beyond in your audience. So that is when someone asks me about, I'm really struggling on what to post on social media. What do I post? We talk through this brand personality exercise and I give them direction to that on the website. I can't do that for you. I can't develop your brand personality for you. I've done it with companies before and businesses, and we've been able to really, again, get these aha moments established and figure out where their passions are. Again, going back to the gal I follow, I know she's not, again, she doesn't want to just post about her social or her business. She loves posting about all these things too. It fires her up and makes her really, really love what she does. And I do feel that when you pick certain things that fire you up beyond your business, like your family, or like maybe interior design, or, rehabbing furniture, or reading books, maybe that's it, or just the physical, or personal development or physical development, what I'm trying to say is like health and wellness. If that really fires you up too, share that with your audience. You're going to slowly grab, and people will gravitate towards you who are also like those things too. And the beauty of the pillars is that sometimes people follow you because they like your health and wellness side of you, but maybe they're not so much into, other parts of it. But there's enough content here. The goal is then to scatter these content topics, these brain personality topics around, so where you kind of have this like well-rounded flow and feel of content that comes out consistently. I recommend daily to just to kind of again engage and keep them close to you, keep them feeling like you love them, because we know you do. That's just it. Everyone loves those who follow them. They love that they have, this ability to share with them. It just gets a little scary sometimes, or it just gets a little like, what do I do? How do I post? How do I keep them engaged? This is how you keep them engaged. It helps you grow that right audience for you and your business. So if you want to walk through this with me, like really, really in detail, I do have a training that's called How to Stand on a Social Media and Stay There, that I have developed, that for anyone who signs up for the Hive early. So we have our early bee pricing, which will launch on December 3rd. It's almost 2 weeks from tomorrow. You will instantly get access to this training. It's a 45-minute training with me. And you'll also get 3 assets total. So you'll get the Be Social Pillars. You'll get we'll start with where are you at now. Then you'll get the Be Social Pillars full training. And then you'll get the actual social media calendar that you can then take and apply right away. So it's all very, very much flows together. It's 45 minutes. You will have it till the end of time. So the good news is that if you sign up, as long as you're with us in the Hive, of course, you will have access to that training, and you will really tee yourself up for massive success in 2021. I know it. People, like I said, who have received this training have been so like, I never thought of it that way. And there's a lot of aha moments that come into that. And then that stress and that like heaviness kind of just falls off, because they now know they have a plan, which is awesome, right? When you have a plan, now you just have to execute it. So that's really what this training offers you. And it gives you all the tools to execute it well. And it breaks down some understanding and some social media, what I would call flow of how we connect with people on social, because we all know that it's not just like a quick to gain followers. This is, we can definitely, when we know how we walk through the process, and it can be used, like I said, for conversions and sales, but how do we get to that place? This training walks you through that too, and kind of the mindset of potential buyers and all those good things. So I really hope that this brings you value. I hope that you're thinking or feeling a little less heavy or stressed about what to post on social, especially in a time when we're having maybe some just challenges overall. Maybe your business is, gearing up for the holiday. Maybe it's not. Is it service-based business? There's a whole lot of different places we could all be right now, but I hope that this brings some kind of peace and calm to you. I hope that it brings some kind of help. Of course, again, go to just get the document right away to go ahead and use. It's at ladybco.com/resources, or in a couple of weeks, and of course I'll keep you posted, you can sign up for the Hive, and a lot more of this and true real training and assets and social media content will be literally delivered to you every single week. You'll get access to that training right away. Like, no joke, boom, the email comes in and you got it. So I really, really encourage you to take a look at that potential opportunity here in the next few weeks and take advantage of it while you can. So until then, have a really, really great evening and day and all the good things. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Thanks.